Hi guys, it is Sunday, October the 11th. I'm just gonna make a quick video, just to tell you kind of what's been on my mind. I had some really, actually pretty cool dreams last night. Um, yeah, it's of once this whole transition period's over with, kind of how things are gonna start playing out. It's definitely gonna be really interesting. There's gonna be a new world coming. It's gonna be a fair system. It's gonna be, yeah, just a lot better all around. I just get glimpses of it. I mean, granted, okay, maybe I'm an optimistic dreamer, and I have some really cool dreams, but it seems pretty realistic too, and how this might play out. But okay, what I was gonna talk about today is, for instance, I know I've told you guys this before, but um, this last weekend again, there's more evidence that we're getting help. Let me put it that way. And it's I've been told it's kind of off planet help, if you kind of get where I'm going with this, because of that hurricane that was downgraded to just a big storm, you know, and that's the third time they've done it this year alone. So, and I know they've been holding back earthquakes from a lot of the research intel I've been getting. You know, tornadoes are pretty much non-existent this year. It's kind of that's very strange. Um, so um, yeah, I mean, I'm just saying that, as much as we're always kind of looking for proof of something, like, oh yeah, I mean, granted, you could say it's your guardian angel, or you can explain it in other ways, I guess too. But either way, I'm just saying that we're getting helped. So that always makes me feel a little more confident as far as like getting through all this, especially this crazy month of October. Um, okay, so one of the things I was going to bring up was, I post some things on connecting the dots, and I want everybody to encourage to basically do your own research, because I mean I'm just learning. Like I said, I'm just learning this stuff too, and sometimes I get a hunch about something and I look it up and I'll follow that trail or something. But as far as uh, me talking about extraterrestrials, first of all, I want I guess this is really hard for everybody to wrap their heads around, mostly because we've been lied to our whole lives about, we're the only planet. And what I'm just saying is, like, as time progresses, we're going to expand our imagination and our concepts of who we are in the universe, in the cosmos, like, so what's going on, and then the relationship between us and, is there really a God, and things like that. Well, the conclusion, for sure, I've been told this through lots of different ways, and many different versions and times I've been sort of shown this or whatever. But yeah, of course, there's an ultimate creator, and I don't know. It's pretty bizarre how he happens to be, or it's not a he, but which we call God, depending on how you're raised or whatever. But you can call it Source, or for instance, even in Star Wars, it was called the Force. But yeah, there's absolutely something that's holding the universe together, and it's a universal power. And and I call it love. It's like, because God is love, is light, like all those sort of things, and it's what holds everything together. It's that's kind of the basics behind it. But so, to try to put it in perspective, as far as for instance, Earth, little tiny Earth inside this little galaxy, and whatever. What it boils down to, and they just keep saying this over and over again, is the universe, as you can imagine, if there is a creator that's always been here and always will be here, or an energy source, this whole universe and multiverse, everything, is an extension of it. It's not a male. It's not like a gray-haired old guy, whatever. Whatever this energy source is, it's all these little worlds and galaxies, nebulas and all this stuff is it. It's part of it. And the thing is, what we call a spirit in our body is part of it. And that's why I was told, and it made sense. I mean, because we're always trying to find out explanations of that, is we're like God particles or source particles, because we're all part of this whole thing. So I'm going to try to simplify this. How they kind of explained it to me is the universe is kind of like source or creator's playground zone. It's literally, it's to experience everything. It's all encompassing. But what makes it extremely interesting to the creator of everything or whatever is it's given its own free will to a certain extent. In other words, it's meant to recreate itself and create its own stories, its own problems, of its own solutions, that type of thing. So when our spirits inhabit a physical entity, and that's one thing we're all going to realize sooner or later too, that we've been around for thousands and thousands of years ourselves. This is just our latest incarnation in these bodies. But I'm just saying that, once we realize that we're this incarnation, this is kind of like a new storyline that we are, in a sense, experiencing. And I'll use this as an example. And our memories are connected to Source. So, let's say, for instance, Source is experiencing my life, but he's also simultaneously experiencing everybody's lives. It's really crazy, crazy concept, I know. But whether he's got time to watch the movie, it's recorded someplace, whatever, I don't know all the details of it, but I'm just saying we're all experiencing these things together, sort of, to a certain extent. That's kind of, I'm trying to simplify as best I can how I understand my crazy dreams, let me put it that way. So, and I can go on, for instance, time is very relative too, but that's another crazy concept. Some other time I'll do that. But as far as what we're experiencing right now, one thing you got to remember, which keeps me, I guess, in a sense, going, is this is kind of like an experience module, and it got infected. We're fixing it. They're fixing the problem. We're getting help from outside sources, which, it's whether you call it, depends on what you want to call it. What I'm just saying. So we're being protected. We're being watched. We're being guided as much as we can. But also, we're playing a part of everything. This is our choices. Our choices are very much involved. So that's why it's important for us to imagine positive outcomes a lot. So that's what I've been told so many times, and it resonates with me anyway. That's why I say it to you guys even, is these thoughts. I'm a very positive person, but for instance, I know we're going to get through all this, and it's going to turn out great. Things are going to turn around. But yeah, we just we got to imagine it with our minds, that type of thing. But as far as what I was going to tell you about, for instance, external entities. It depends on if you're a religious person or not, or whatever. You can call them, demons or angels. Let's use that example. But for sure, I'm not sure to what extent, but there is kind of like, it's almost like Star Wars in that way. There's a good, like, you could follow the good side of the Force, and then you can go on the dark side of the Force, that type of thing. So there are entities that follow the dark side, and obviously we've encountered them all too much, and they've tried to take control of planet Earth. But we're taking it back, and it's basically, especially all of us that have that light inside of us, working for the lights, the good force, the good guys, let's say, uh, we're getting help, and we're over we're overturning this horrible situation that we've been experiencing for thousands of years. We're breaking out of it. It's difficult for most people to understand because it is affecting our biological minds. Like our biological minds can be manipulated fairly easy. Our spirits can't as much. That's why we always kind of sense things. It's like even if someone's telling us a lie or something, we can go, I don't know, it just doesn't ring true. In other words, it's easy. It's kind of our minds are easy to manipulate, but our souls and our spirits are pretty hard. It's pretty hard. You can't hack that. And as this plays out even more and more, a lot of us will become more aware of that. So that's something I'm looking forward to. Is we'll be able to sense if something's right or wrong. But again, still, just like use your discernment. Even when you listen to me, whatever. I gotta remember, I'm finding stuff out and I'm just putting it out there. It's for you guys to research yourself. I'm just kind of telling you some of the hints and things I'm getting, and even then, I've got such an open mind. I don't come to any real hard conclusions yet. Nothing written in stone because this is still a story unfolding. I just go from clue to clue, try to connect the dots as much as I can, and then we're all gonna figure it out eventually. So that's inevitable. Anyway, sorry. That's just I don't want to ramble on too much, but that's my little thoughts for Sunday. And I know we have another crazy week coming up. Who knows what's going to happen for sure? We'll see. Just let it play out. Okay, have a good week. I'll talk to you guys later.